Through Story Workshop, we hope to develop a love of storytelling and then bridge that gap of oral language into and connect it to other areas of literacy like writing and reading. And so Story Workshop for us is a way that we engage our learners in a joyful literacy space that's accessible to all of them. Modeling a story with the kids. So the kids come in, they sit on the carpet, and we're always going to have a focus. So that focus might be on a beginning, or it might be on how materials inspire a story, or it might be on an end or a problem or solution. From there, the kids walk around the room, we talk about how the stories, the tables could be inspiration, and then they choose where they're going to go. And usually that's where they spend the majority of their time at Story Workshop. So they begin by usually playing, lots of play, and we know play is one of the best ways to develop oral language. Often there's a lot of socialization, a lot of communication, a lot of creativity happening, and they build stories, they tell stories, and they're telling them to one another, and we go around as adults and sit down and try to nurture some of that language. After we've done that, we break it up into the writing pieces, and so it's that connection between oral language, what you say, you can now write. And so we model drawing pictures. That's one of the first steps authors take, is draw a detailed picture, add some beginning sounds, ending sounds, and then we also grow and stretch it for older grades as well, into sentences, finger spaces. So it's much more of that the how-to of becoming a writer. And then the kids go off, and all around the room, sometimes on the floor or at tables, they go and they write their stories. And once again, we go around, continue to listen to stories, nudge stories along, model some of the writing, and that in essence is Story Workshop.
First people's principle of learning that really stood out to me when I was introduced to Story Workshop from Carrie and Kim last year was the idea that learning takes patience and time. It's a very simple idea in some ways, but I think one of the things that makes Story Workshop so successful for so many of our students is that it acknowledges that the learning isn't going to necessarily start and end within a traditional 30-minute block. Like when all the kids take out their journals and we're all gonna do our I like sentences or our weekend sentences, we are giving them the full morning. So often the way we structure it, we're going from when the students walk in the classroom first thing in the morning all the way till recess. We're honoring that it is going to take time for them to tell their stories. I think that's one of the really important pieces, is it isn't going to be something that we can just squeeze in 30 minutes. We really have to give them the time to go through all of these stages, to plan and play and make a story, to tell their story, to retell their story to a friend, and then to actually start representing their story, whether that's through a picture and beginning sounds, and then maybe a more conventional looking story that's going to be written in sentences with a beginning, middle, and end. One of the things that we also really try to do with Story Workshop, in the First People's Principles of Learning and in writing from Joe Crona, we talk about how learning can't be separate from place. Place is part of our identity and who we are and where we are. And so one of the things that is important to us is to make sure nature was like the first classroom for people, and now that we're inside the classroom, what parts of nature and the natural world around us can we bring in for inspiring our kids' stories?
Story Workshop is designed so that when students come in, no matter where they're at in their day or in their abilities with their writing or their oral language, they're able to just come on in and have a seat and get started right away. So I found that Story Workshop has made such a difference in my class because my students are so confident. They believe in themselves, they're proud of themselves. No matter where they are at with their vocabulary, they're able to be nudged forward at the pace that they are ready. And what Meg was talking about, that learning takes patience and time, I find that because there's no time constraints, we don't say, okay, everybody stop now and come to the carpet and we're gonna move on all together. In grade 1 now, I say to my class, when you feel that you're done telling your story and you are ready to move forward, they have that ability to move when they are ready to move.
it seemed like we had a lot of kids at the start of the year that were really unmotivated to write. And then when I thought, oh, and now we're gonna give them almost 2 hours to write, like how is this going to work? But the amazing thing was that because we're starting this at an access point that is sort of individualized for each child, they have the freedom to tell the story the way they want to represent the story that they want to.
Our students have just become risk takers. They're not going to say, oh, I don't know how to write that, so I'm going to come up with a different word. They're like, how do I sound out treasure chest? And it's like, how can we do it, you know? So their risk taking in their oral language, their storytelling piece has translated to the writing. Like when I pick up their book sometimes, I'm like, wow, this is amazing. It's stuff that I wouldn't even have thought to teach them, but they've watched it all happen and now they're ready to do it. Even those kids that started off even having the inspiring materials are like, I don't know what to do, are now able to tell the story. And now when it's journal time, they're like, I got an idea. I have no students in my class right now that aren't able to come up with an idea because they've had since September to play with materials and understand how stories work. And they're not stuck on, what am I gonna write about today? They just know that they are capable and they can write about anything that they want, and they just go ahead and do it now.